Chelsea versus Liverpool, a great match, multiple controversies, but in today's video, we are going to be talking about the tactics that we saw Enzo Maresca utilize against Liverpool. And yes, I do understand there probably were some key factors that did play into this. One of those being the multiple yellow cards we had multiple players have. So we had Gusto out on the left because of Cucurella having multiple yellows, and same with Fofana. So Tosin came in with the start, and Reece James did come back after an injury. So our back four was looking a little different than we're used to seeing, which I think played a big factor in this match. Now, I'm not going to say Liverpool were 100% as well. Most teams at this point now are dealing with injuries, multiple falls, and things along those lines. But the fact is, this side itself did have some leaky areas, and that has been an issue for Chelsea. Just a quick break from the tactics. I do want to talk about the book I've recently written, Dominate the Pitch, which can help any player become a better player. The secret formula. If you have Kindle, this is totally free. Otherwise, it is $15.99. I greatly appreciate if you do check it out. It does help support this channel. Again, go to Amazon.com. There will be a link down below to check out this book. Now, going forward, though, in the midfield, we actually saw Lavia and Caicedo in the midfield, with Enzo Fernandez being on the bench, Palmer sitting in the 10, Madueke out on the right side, and Sancho's on the left, and Jackson up top. This by itself looked fairly good, and this probably could be the starting lineup moving forward. I understand Enzo Fernandez with the high price tag that he has, but Lavia is the player that probably should be starting in this midfield with how good he is with his feet and actually opening up space with a turn with a player around him. Now, that all being said, one of the key factors in this game was, again, trying to get the ball to Palmer, who, again, was trying to find any sort of space that he could throughout this match. But Liverpool, being the good team that they are, and Arnold Slot knowing what to do, pretty much had him covered for most of this match, which then did mean that we had to utilize our wingers a lot more. Sancho's, who did play a fairly good game, did give TAA a multiple issues during this game, and yes, there could have been a penalty called to him. Again, that's controversial. We won't get into that, but overall, these guys did work the outsides quite well, and we were able to push up. The only problem is every time we pushed up, Liverpool were able to play that ball over the top, and same thing as well. Tosin could have been sent off with a red card, again, questionable, but overall, this was one of the key things that Liverpool definitely understood, was breaking down Chelsea by almost drawing them in and then kicking them back out very quickly. Now, as they did have possession, though, Chelsea did drop back to a nice deeper line here. The only thing that was the issue here was these back two CBs, who did not communicate very well. And again, Liverpool took advantage of that with Mohamed Salah playing a ball across. And again, a great finish by Curtis Jones. I'm not going to take anything away from that finish. Sanchez maybe should have done better in that situation, but overall, it was a defensive error. No one really was man marking. And again, the cross came in from a beautiful ball. Overall, though, Chelsea should have done better in that scenario. Now, moving forward, though, again, as we were attacking, Chelsea did have multiple opportunities, and as this game kept progressing, the game was back and forth, and like I said, our play style was really just being very quick on the ball, working outside, trying to whip balls in, but also playing through balls down the middle, which we did see later on, which saw Jackson actually score a goal. Beautiful finish, very close, fine margins, was onside, and therefore a great finish by Jackson, who has been doing very, very well this season for Chelsea. I think he's been going under the radar, a lot of memes about him, but overall, been very happy with what he's been able to do so far this season. Now, that all being said, though, our midfield did struggle still. I think they were run rampant with Liverpool. Again, I think Slot had the understanding of what he needed to do with his players. Gravenbach and Curtis Jones, again, were able to almost dictate the ball inside this area for quite some time. And anytime they did play the ball out to the wings, it was difficult for Chelsea really to harness and attack those areas and defend well. And overall, I think the better team did win. Yes, it's being a Chelsea channel, I understand saying that. But again, Chelsea are still in their building phases, but to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool in this match really does show how well Chelsea have come from last season and how well Enzo Maresca has done with this side, especially being the youngest squad in the Premier League. So overall, this was a good match for Chelsea. Yes, it is a loss. Did not get any points from this match, but overall, we're seeing what this team is capable of doing. And they can go head-to-head with Liverpool. They can pretty much go with any other team. And like I said, once we have our back four fully established, no injuries, no one out on suspensions, the back line is going to do so much better, and therefore, again, we're going to be able to hold this line a lot better and stop any attacks coming through. If you enjoyed this video, I greatly appreciate if you do hit the like button, subscribe down below. It means a lot. I will see you in our next video.